So if it's in the name of real hip hop, I personally would just advise the individual to do whatever it is his heart tells him to do.
The vice gripper type of pistol shit. I pistol whip and I'm pissing the shit. She's the reason lyrics get completely explicit. West bread if she throws up the digits.
What about others' plights? The next topic.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Others' plights, right? Now, when we get to talking about others' plights, let's say, I don't know, think of any nationality. It's Italians, okay?
Yeah,
Italians, right? We all know, if nothing else, go watch the movie Gangs in New York. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to go into all that. We know that historically, other nationalities have been downtrodden. They have been hated on. They have been scrutinized. And they somehow, throughout the years, even if it's through criminal organization, not that I'm applauding or suggesting that people should involve themselves in criminal organization, but even if it's that way, they somehow pull their whole nationality up by the bootstraps, and they're successful. You know, for example, like I said in the Prosperous, go to a Mexican community, go to any Hispanic community, go to any nationality's community, and see industry and see commerce, see their language, their shops, and their culture marketing itself to the greater population. You go into the typical black community easily in Los Angeles. You know you in a black community because you see mostly black people. But on every corner, there's this kind of restaurant, Mexican food or something else. You may get one or two, black soul food restaurants here. You see almost no black supermarket, almost no black banking, almost no black clothing. And when you do see it, niggas will pass that shit right up. Why? Because Gucci is right over there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we're built to be consumers.
Yeah, but we're not consumers of that.
It's
No.
not cool.
No.
It's not cool.
And that a lot of that has to do with
not cool, no.
a lot of that has to do with, trying to one up each other, trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say. You know what I mean? Because you value that Gucci over maybe going to a different location and buying something that's maybe black made or from a black store, or supporting your own. Same thing that Killer Mike was talking about on his TV show he had. I don't know if he still has it, where he was doing black for a whole month or something like that. And if it wasn't by a black person,
you talking about Trigger Warning? Yeah, that was excellent. Though. I like it.
It's the same thing.
What he said though, like he lived black for what? How long was it? 24 hours or 72 hours or something like that?
I don't know.
Remember.
It's been so long since I've seen it, but it was he had to do. I think it was like 30.
I think it was either
3 days or something like that.
I think. Yeah, but when he broke it down, like technically he basically couldn't do shit. He couldn't smoke weed. He couldn't get a bite. Like we don't own cars. We don't own markets, none of that. So it was actually hard to do. But
because we became consumers instead of producers. Yeah. We became consumers instead of producers.
To do it no more.
Yeah.
Right. And ultimately what it really was we ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got shit. You know what? I know. Okay, I'm no mechanic, but I know that there is plenty of black people out there who are in the mechanic industry, the engineering, let's say the engineering profession. Now, there are people out there that are black that can build a car from ground to top, right?
Correct.
How hard could it be to just engineer a design for a vehicle? It can't really be that hard. Now, what the thing is that these industries are so hard to break into.
Not really.
To bring a product from. Yeah, you don't think so?
No, it's not. It's not really that hard to get into the automotive.
Okay, well, elaborate on that.
So, the automotive industry has several sub-industries within it. So, for instance, you can be a coachwork designer, or you can be an auto manufacturer, but your car, you have a limited run of cars, so maybe you put out 200 cars a year. That's your capability.
Okay.
They don't become,
especially
they're like
especially depending on who you manufacture for.
Yeah,
like
the thing,
type of like Rolls Royce or something like that, they put out a limited amount of cars every year.
Yeah, but they put it out at mass scale now, but they used to originally were all hand built, so they may only put out like 500 cars a year back then. Now they put out more cars than that. I think it's like somewhere between 2,500 or 3,000 cars a year.
But it's still not. That's still the second lowest auto input. I think besides Lamborghini or Ferrari, one of them.
Ferrari, Lamborghini isn't handmade anymore, but Ferraris are still handmade.
Yeah.
And then you can do even lower than that. The thing about the automotive industry, it's not the building of the car that's the hard part. Is to getting your car legalized for the country that you're selling it to. So
right. So basically meeting whatever the standard is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever
all the safety standards have to be met.
Certain engines. Yeah, it can't have certain engine parts.
Right, but that's
small shit.
But I'm saying, that has to go with, that's all implied and implicated in manufacturing and engineering a vehicle, right? If you know how to do it, then all you would have to have is what your what would it be, federal or state or whatever it is, universal code and rule guidelines is. You have that there. You know what it takes to have a car get up to speed. You know what it takes to have a car, let's say, not torque and speed alone, but as far as to have it to where it's put in place to where it won't shatter on the road. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just gotta be road legal.
Yeah, that's it. You know how to make the vehicle, and making it road legal. I'm sorry, legal. Boy, that alcohol.
Get it together. But it's like for instance, Tesla is the only reason why Tesla is so big was because you had Elon Musk, who was a billionaire, basically start the company. Yeah. So he had the funding to start it, to get it going. Then he got investors to continue the funding.
You know what? I was just about to say that.
So it's not hard. It's not hard to get into the automotive industry.
Which brings us back to our original thing. It's resources, but like you said, look, I don't give a fuck how much better we are in this country, which we are. I mean, certain things we're just better at. Other people don't want to. The radical left may not want to admit it. The radical right, will claim that we're better. It's a gray area. It's not more to either side of that scale. But in this country, there is a bias. So we know, come on now, us as black people, we know if a black company tried to, we doing cars, a black car, it's called the just say, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to put some nigga juice on it no matter what. It's called the Soul. You know what I'm saying? And this is a black-made company. This is a black car made by black folks. A black company. It's a new car. We know that greater America, for the most part, without proof that it's going to take off, is not going to invest in that. So we, as black people, we are the ones who are going to need to invest in our people, but we're not going to do that, nigga. I ain't going to put my money on no Soul, nigga, this Lamborghini if we got money, or this Tesla if we got money. You know what I'm saying? We're not. Look at prime example. They were just speaking about this on, I think, the Breakfast Club not too long ago. When some of these black stars go to the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever the fuck it is,
they pass
the black outlets immediately. Yeah. They don't want to hear that nigga shit. No, I'm trying to go to the road. No, I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that shit.
I'm gonna be real with you though. You know what? And I say this constantly, and people always ask me, what do I mean by that? Like, dude, we are our own biggest enemy. At the end of the day, point blank, period. So you got spots like the Shade Room. That's a black blog.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Right.
They do more negative shit than positive shit. They the first one to post some bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing with black media. Media Takeout was black owned.
I didn't know that. Oh well, World Star. I know the nigga juice is severe on World Star.
Oozing with juice.
So I mean, you know how they did the shit with the Gucci come holler at me, but you videotaping this nigga walking away from you like saying little slick shit like we our own. We
we attack each other with what we figure is going to be salacious. And here's the thing: the salacious shit does sell. It gets more hits. It gets more views, more likes, whatever. But when you get something that's not that, you see, when you get something that's actually has some wherewithal of intellect, of true endeavoring towards true news reporting, true journalism. There it is. You work with me now. Get
it together.
Well, you're going to say that plenty of more times before this is over, nigga. It's our first time back, and I am lit in this motherfucker. So anything with true, with that's truly aspirational of true journalism, when you do get it, because I'm quite sure it's out there, nobody really pays attention to it. Like Yayo said on one of our podcasts of previous, whenever I put something that's intellectual or something that's ponder worthy, no likes. Soon as I say that bitch is a bitch, nigga, 80 likes immediately
all day long.
Twitty shares.
Niggas comment 2-3 days later on that. Like, that shit is over.
Hey, good looking out too, Brother Plex. I see that you did it, and I posted the young man. I need to find out who that artist is who was breaking down the branches of government in that rap song. He's a young dude. Now, when we get millennials, I put that on Facebook. I got it off Facebook, and I just reposted it, but I posted it to like the groups that I follow and all that stuff, and people start following. That's the shit I'm talking about. That is a young millennial man, and he's telling us right there in that song. You're focusing on the president, but these are the actual other branches. You're focusing on the executive branch. What about the legislative branch? What about the judicial branch? These are the branches that affect your everyday life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And we get stuff like that, and people are sharing it, but I'm waiting to see if that young man is going to get a record deal now. Is that young man going to get lit? It ain't salacious, and it did not one titty pop out. Nobody made with the tits.
You didn't see no tits, no cocaine.
It wasn't no Hennessy.
No Newport cigarettes.
He ain't on the block.
No police cars.
So you answering my question.
The octane in the video, nothing is going on like that. So, yeah.
He won't get a record deal unless he make at least 2 songs that make with the titties.
Okay.
Then he'll get a record deal. And spit another song like that. But
he could probably slip up. That's a damn shame.
See, and that brings me back to the point. Like, as us, we stuck in some kind of shit, because it's like if we do come out with some shit and make our own, like, people don't understand how big advertisement is too. Like, we got all these companies advertise our black shit.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you don't know about it, word of mouth is cool, but still, if it ain't really no real backing behind, like, these places be getting shit. I mean, even a billboard. Niggas don't know. Nigga, go get a billboard. It don't cost that much, but it costs a lot.
Yeah.
If you planning on building your shit, you gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the same shit with music. Like, niggas ain't gonna. He bet not, if he want to spit like that, he bet not worry about a record deal. He better invest in himself and get his own shit out there and find some niggas that's gonna back him up. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like,
and 9 times out of 10,
totally change him. They gonna change him.
9 times out of 10, it's the local crime lord of some sort, and people get on. Society jumps on motherfuckers. So he had this criminal enterprise backing him. You wasn't gonna back him. You wasn't going to back him, and you had a criminal enterprise exactly backing you. It just wasn't called the fucking Crips and the Bloods, so knock it the fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, Las Vegas is built on that.
Nigga juice.
Exactly.
The thing is, nigga juice has no color line. You got white niggas, Asian niggas, black niggas. Niggas is niggas.
Niggas. You 3 niggas is some niggas. You know what I'm saying?
So slip up and give a few of you niggas money, but we ain't giving all y'all.
The part we playing on Plight essentially is that we are our biggest enemy. We are our biggest enablers as well. We enable a lot of this bullshit that we pull. We make excuses. Wendy Williams said, if you don't like our country, get out. Bitch, how you going to say if we don't like? Because the motherfucking understands that the national anthem may have some racist undertones in it now. Because the nigga understands that the government is not for us. Does not mean that a nigga is against the military. We love those people.
Most niggas don't even know that there's a second verse to the national anthem.
Most niggas don't, exactly.
That's why.
So bitch, shut up, because you're an enabler for this continuing unjust system to thrive, because you feel like, oh, you're not marching to the master's drum. You need to get out. No, bitch, you need to get out. How about that? Fuck you.
And my thing is this.
Good Lord.
I just don't like that bitch. I just don't like. I don't like it. I don't like that very gossipy. I don't like anybody who jump on. Oh, let me speak out against police brutality. Let me speak out against the any biasness that's in the governmental branches that runs this country. Oh, if you don't like it, won't you just leave?
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, that brings
me this question then. So wait. So that's back to the question. So if you either one of y'all were big and y'all had a chance to go either on like say Wendy Williams or like fucking Jimmy Fallon. Who are you going on?
I think, well, you're asking both of us, so I will say first, I think I will go on anybody because I don't duck no smoke. And it's not, I want to say I wouldn't go based on just to have a confrontation, but if I knew it was potentially a confrontation, I'd still go. Wouldn't want to protest. Like, I wouldn't want to protest seemingly cowardlessly. Like, if I got something to say about a motherfucker and they invite me to their show, I'm willing to go sit down and have a conversation about it because maybe I'm just misunderstanding. You see what I'm saying? So I'm willing to go to either one of them.
One got a negative and one got a positive.
I would probably. Okay, I got you.
One is consistent with a negative, no matter what.
Me. I'm an asshole, so I'm gonna go with negative. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go with. I'm going to Wendy Williams. I'm an asshole. So that's just me. That's just me. Jimmy Fallon's gonna be too easy because he want to laugh and joke and nigga. I just seen a homeless man asking for $1 today. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no hand. I'm gonna go to the bitch, the funky bitch, and let this funky. I think that shit you said proves you a funky bitch. I.e. Gail King. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
All right, Flex, how you feel?
I probably wouldn't go to either one of them because I really don't watch either one of them. So yeah, I had to go to something that I would probably watch, but I only like Wendy Williams' show when it was on the radio with Charlemagne.
Yeah. And
after that,
I support.
That's what I'm saying.
After
I love that brother, but that nigga gets my goat sometimes too with this conformist shit that he seems to be on.
I'm just saying that's the only reason why I knew who Wendy Williams was originally was because I used to listen to their radio show with him on it because it was funny because I had never heard of Charlemagne before, so I thought he was funny. Wendy Williams wasn't really that interesting to me as a personality on the radio. So
no, you right. Me too. I because Charlemagne was ignorant as fuck. That's why I used to fuck with it.
Yeah.
I want the nigga chips, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want them nigga biscuits, man. That's where I used to go.
So I probably wouldn't go to Wendy Williams, not because of any particular reason, just I don't really care for Wendy Williams. Like I'm not going to go in there for anything.
Well, I think
Jimmy Fallon's the same way. Jimmy Fallon's the same way.
The thing is with that is, as an artist or whatever you are, like in that main thing, you brand yourself. So the most important thing is what's more important to your brand. Like you gonna get exposure on both shows because both of them have a big fan base.
Right.
Because one got a negative energy that's attached to it, and then the other ones, they don't have that negative energy. It's more positive because the doors that you gonna be open to on that venue, nigga, is bigger than the negative ones. You gonna lose doors. Doors gonna get slammed, especially if you get into a fucking back and forth with a bitch like that.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
here's the thing.
Places, so
the only reason I would go on Jimmy Fallon if I was to go on Jimmy Fallon wouldn't be for Jimmy, it would be for the Roots. And if the Roots ain't no longer the house band, then I ain't going.
Yeah, I hear you. Look, I would go to Meet the Roots too. Yeah, but I want to fight. I'm going to fight. I don't care about the Roots. Yeah, I'm going to fight.
But see, again, you prove my point too, though.
What?
That's the brand. Your brand would be gotta be big for your brand to Meet the Roots.
I wouldn't go for my brand. I'd go for my own because I'm a fan, not for my brand.
That too, but still.
Let's do this. Goonies in the Tribe drop an album and everybody gonna have solo songs on the album, and then we all three niggas, we can all branch out and we all go do promoting tour in separate spots on some days and the same spots on other days, and I'll go fight with the bitch and then y'all can go where the fuck y'all want.
I mean, I'll still go with if we have to go as a group, then I'm gonna go on the show with you. I'm gonna just sit there and laugh at it.
Yeah, that's what I want to watch.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though. Look, listen. I have to go back. I will admit that I just have never been really favorable of that woman as it is for personal taste, not nothing really righteous at all. Excuse me, not saying she's wrong for anything. But when the bitch said, if you don't like our country, leave, I do not like that very Uncle Ruckus sentiment of don't speak on injustice, and if you don't like it, leave. I don't like that. I'm like, no, our Constitution originally was wrote so that we don't deal with a tyrannical monarchy like we fought against in the Revolutionary War. Not we, but, our predecessors. These people fought to get away from the rule of a king. And now we are operating, and we've been operating under the rule of a king. We just call it something that it's not, democracy. We're not in a democracy. This is an oligarchy, period. Period. I mean, tell me where I'm lying. What does the 1% mean if not this?
It is exactly that. It's just under a new name.
The ugly, I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that, check it out. Power and momentum, vocal bullets bring the host to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double-edged sword to the throat of the serpent and kingdom. Kinda hard not to walk in the blues. Hard to walk the avenues where they ain't got no shoes. So we